Let me tell you about a man named Peter. He was a normal fisherman living a normal life, spending his days on the water, casting nets, and trying to make a living. But one day, something extraordinary happened. Jesus stepped into Peter's world. After a long night with no fish, Jesus spoke and told Peter to cast the net again. And in Peter's obedience to the word of Jesus, everything changed. The nets filled with fish. In that moment, Peter knew he was standing before more than a teacher. He was standing before the Lord. And Jesus gave him a simple invitation: "Follow me." Peter responded immediately. He left his nets, left his boat, and followed Jesus. Peter became one of Jesus' closest disciples. He walked with Jesus, learned from him, saw his miracles, and followed him with boldness and passion. But then came the night Jesus was arrested. Peter was afraid. The same man who had followed Jesus so boldly denied him 3 times. Full of shame and regret, Peter went back to fishing. He returned to the old life, the familiar life, the life he had before Jesus first called him. But Peter's failure was not the end of his calling. After the resurrection, Jesus came looking for him. And where did he meet him? At the water, while Peter was fishing, in the very place where it all began. Again, Peter caught nothing. Again, Jesus told him to cast the net on the other side. Again, the nets filled with fish, and Peter knew it was Jesus. It was as if Jesus was saying, "Your failure did not cancel your calling." Peter rushed to shore, and when he got there, he did not find condemnation. He found Jesus waiting for him, preparing a meal. The very one Peter had denied was now feeding him. Then Jesus asked, "Peter, do you love me?" 3 times Peter had denied Jesus. 3 times Jesus invited Peter to answer in love. And each time, Jesus said, "Feed my sheep."
This was not only restoration, it was revelation. Jesus was not only restoring Peter, he was showing him how to live. When people fail, do not cast them away. When people fall, restore them. When people reject you, do not live offended. Feed them. There may be 2 kinds of people watching right now. Some of you are like Peter at the beginning. Jesus is calling you, but you have not yet responded. You are still holding on to the old life. And some of you are like Peter later in the story. You did respond once, but fear, failure, shame, or disappointment pulled you back. But the good news is the same for both. Jesus is still calling. Jesus is still restoring. Jesus is still saying, "Follow me." So whether you need to follow him for the first time or come back to him after failure, the invitation is still open. Leave the old life behind. Come back to your calling and love Jesus by living like Jesus. Feed his sheep.